They call him the Dark Lord. I call him a dark joke. Let's go! They calling me. They calling me. Let's go! Yeah. I survived your killing curse when I was 1 year old. You had the elder one and still couldn't take my soul. Split yourself in 7 pieces, thought you'd never die. But a teenager, a sword, and a snake took out 5. You couldn't take a school run by a man in robes. Couldn't find me for a decade, I was down the road, living with the Dursleys, sleeping under stairs. And I still turned out better than your Death Eater affairs. You flexed the parcel tongue, boy, I speak it too. Walked into your chamber, killed your basilisk at 12. You needed a whole ritual just to get a body back. Cauldron full of bones of rat, and still you look like that. No nose, no hair, no drip, no style. Tom Marvolo Riddle, yeah, I said it with a smile. You changed your name, cause daddy issues hit you deep. Half-blood prince of nothing, couldn't even love in your sleep. He who must not be made. Nah, he who must not be taken seriously. Split his soul, lost control and still lost, period. Avada Kedavra. This Avada Kedavra, that one spell in the toolbox, bro. Imagine being that whack. Your Horcrux was a diary, a teenage girl found it. Your Horcrux was a cup we broke into a bank and got it. A locket, a ring, a diadem too. And your boy Nagini, yeah, Neville handled you. Neville Longbottom, the kid you overlooked, pulled a sword out of hat and left your snake cooked. Your prophecy said equal, but we never were the same. Cause I had love, I had friends, you had fear and a fake name. You tried to infiltrate the ministry, the school, the press. Still got outplayed by kids who haven't passed their OWLs yet. Dumbledore's army ran circles on your crew. Bellatrix, Lucius Wormtail, that's the best you could do. Yeah, let's talk about that final duel the whole world saw. Your own curse, bounced back, killed by your own flaw. Master of death, nah, I dropped the stone, I snapped the wand. You chased immortality and didn't get beyond the pond. That's where your soul ended up, baby, on the floor. King's Cross Station, ugly crying, need I say more? No nose, no throne, no legacy, no love. Tom Riddle got bodied by the boy who lived above. 7 Horcruxes deep and still couldn't survive. The Dark Lord's dead and Harry Potter's still alive. Rest in pieces, Tom. All 7 of them. The boy who lived. Harry Potter, you wrote a song about my face. Let me write one about your fate. I'm the reason that you're famous, let that sink in. I'm the scar, I'm the story, I'm the villain. You're the boy who lived, but what's a boy without the threat? Take me out the movie and there's nothing left. Your mother hit the floor so you could take a breath. That's not a victory, that's just a lucky step. Dumbledore found a baby with a mark upon his head and thought, I'll raise this kid and use him till he's gone instead. He gave you clues like breadcrumbs every single year. A mirror in your first, a sword to face your fear. A cloak for Christmas morning, wasn't that so sweet? A gift from a dead father or a puppet master's receipt. You think you earned your stripes, you think you paid the cost. Every fight you ever won had a safety net across. The bird, the hat, the friends, the tears, the old man's plan. Remove the training wheels and tell me where you stand. I built my name from nothing in an orphan's bed. No letters came from me, no giant at my shed. I walked into the darkness and I made it mine. You walked into the light because they held your hand the whole time. I'm the reason that you're famous, let that sink in. I'm the star, I'm the story, I'm the villain. You're the boy who lived, but what's a boy without the threat? Take me out the movie and there's nothing left. You spoke in parcel tongue and thought the gift was yours. That was me inside your blood, behind your bedroom doors. Every nightmare that you had was just me checking in. Every vision, every scream, I was beneath your skin. 17 years I lived inside your mind rent-free. You fought a war with half of you belonging right to me. Your prophecy, your purpose, your entire destiny was written in my shadow. You existed cause of me. You had the friends, the love, the loyalty, the crew, the Weasley and the bookworm and the old man guiding you. I had ambition and the wonder, nothing else to show, and I almost burned the whole world down. Now let that marinate slow. They couldn't say my name, I made the language scared. Grown wizard shaking at a word, now that's a career. You made a diss track, I made history disappear. The boy who lived is temporary, Voldemort is fear. But here's the truth, you'll never post up on your wall. I chose you, Potter, I could have chosen none at all. One different night, one different door, one different call, and you'd be Tom from Surrey. Absolutely nothing special at all. No scar, no fame, no story and no song. Just a regular wizard getting average grades along. Dumbledore wouldn't know your name, the world would never care. You'd still be in that cupboard and nobody would be there. So when you look at that scar and you feel the pride, remember it's my autograph, not your battle cry. I put you on the map, I put you in the game, and the boy who lived will always carry my name. I'm the reason that you're famous, let that sink in. I'm the star, I'm the story, I'm the villain. You're the boy who lived, but what's a boy without the threat? Take me out the movie and there's nothing left. You won the war, give you that, but you needed a whole village. I nearly won it solo, nearly. My crew had some issues, we don't talk about that. But every mirror you look in, that scar looks back and expels my name. Sleep well, Potter! The Dark Lord rests, but never dies. Albus, you called yourself the light. Let's talk about the shadow you kept out of sight. For the greater good, for the greater good, you said it like a prayer, like a wise man should. But every greater good has a greater cost, and every chosen one is a child you lost. You found me in an orphanage, a boy with empty eyes. You saw the darkness in me, and you walked away that night. You could have changed my story, you could have stayed a while, but you left a lonely child with a too familiar smile. You knew about the darkness cause you danced with it before. A blonde boy in the village and a sister on the floor. That prison stands empty now, but you remember well the slogan that you whispered when you cast that final spell. For the greater good, sound familiar in your head? That's the line you taught your friend before your sister wound up dead. You locked him in the tower, I locked me in fear. The difference between us is the suit the world makes you wear. For the greater good, for the greater good. You said it like a prayer, like a wise man should. But every greater good has a greater cost, and every chosen one is a child you lost. You raised that boy like cattle, fed him hope and called it love. Sent him into battle with the riddle and the glove. The mirror in the chamber, the sword inside the hat. You played it like a chess game and the king was just a pawn that sat. You knew about the fragments, you knew about the mark. You knew we had to fall for me to fall apart. You told your loyal serpent, raise him like a son and bring him to the slaughter when the time has finally come. That's not a mentor, that's a farmer with the plan. You watered him with kindness so we bleed when you began. Lemon drops and twinkling eyes and such for Christmas Day. Your grandfather performs for the lamb you'd send away. For the greater good, for the greater good. You said it like a prayer, like a wise man should. But every greater good has a greater cost, and every chosen one is a child you lost. but here's the part I'll give you. 'Cause I'm fair when it counts. You beat me in the end, I won't pretend about that. You played the longest game, the patient kind, the cold. You sat behind a desk and let a boy do what you told. The elder one was yours, then his, then mine, and his again. A one that picks the worthy and you held it till the end. You were the better wizard, I can say it now, I'm done. But greatness isn't goodness, that's the lesson left unsung. I killed because I wanted, I admit my sins out loud. You killed by proxy, ALBUS, and they called it being proud. I made an army of the willing, you made one boy of stone. The difference is I never made him think he walked alone. For the greater good, for the greater good. You said it like a prayer, like a wise man should. But every greater good has a greater cost, and every chosen one is a child you lost. You won, ALBUS. I'll say it once. You won. But the boy in the cupboard, the girl in the garden, the friend in the tower, they all paid your tuition. You sat in your office with your phoenix and your sweets, and you moved us all like pieces. Black king, white king, same hand, sleep well, old man. The portraits never lie, and neither do I anymore. Tom, you wrote me a letter. You called me a farmer. Sit down, child. Let the old man finish the lesson.
For the greater good.
You said I lost the meaning, but you never understood the word. You only liked the leaning. Mine was a sacrifice, yours was a throne. The difference, Tom, is I was never in it for my own. Yeah, you called me a farmer raising lambs for the kill, but a farmer eats his flock, I gave mine my own will. Yes, I made a plan, yes, I played it cold, but every move I made, I lived to be controlled. You split your soul to live, I gave my death a date. Walked to the tower smiling, I'd already sealed my fate. You feared the dark so much, you tore yourself in seven. I made peace with the dark and I called it even. You say I used the boy, I'll admit the weight, but I never made him kneel, I never made him hate. I gave him friends, a choice, a reason to remain. You gave him a scar and a lifetime of your pain. I planned a death, that's true, but the death was mine to give. You planned 1,000 more so that only you could live. That's the line you'll never read, the one you can't ignore. I died so they could win, you killed so you'd want more.
For the greater good.
You said I lost the meaning, but you never understood the word. You only liked the leaning. Mine was a sacrifice, yours was a throne. The difference, Tom, is I was never in it for my own. You dug up Ariana, threw her on the track. You think a buried sister is a wound I can't walk back. You're right, I broke a girl, I wore that 50 years. That's why I knew the cost, I'd already paid in tears. Grindelwald and me, two boys who wanted more.
For the greater good.
I know exactly what it's for. That's how I saw it coming, Tom, that's how I saw your face. I'd already met the monster in my own reflection's place. I locked my friend in a tower, that's a guilt I own. But guilt that builds a conscience, beats a heart of bone. You never lost a thing because you never loved a soul. You can't fall from grace, child, when you started in the hole. I carried all my sins, I let them make me wise. You carried none, you just told yourself the lies. You asked which one's the farmer, which one's the kill. The farmer felt the loss, you never will.
Here's the part you hate the most, the truth beneath it all.
I didn't beat you with a wand, a curse, a final call. I beat you with a boy who chose to walk and not to run. A love so loud it drowned the Lord. You thought you'd won, you died alone, Tom, on the floor. No hand
you still died cold. I died upon a tower with the plan that I had penned, and I had 100 mourners weeping at the end.
For the greater good.
Now you understand the meaning. The good was never mine to keep. That's the whole entire leaning. You wanted to be God, I just wanted them to live. The difference, Tom, is everything I had, I chose to give. You wrote a clever letter, Tom, but you signed it with a question you could never answer. Why did they follow me and only fear you? I'll tell you, since you never learned. A man who plans for others builds a world that outlives him. A man who plans for himself builds a tomb. You got your wish, you're unforgettable. Just like every empty thing that crumbles into legend. Good night, Tom. The portraits are still smiling. And the boy you mocked, he named his son after me. That's the greater good. You just never made the list.
Tom, you called yourself the Dark Lord. I called you my Lord. And every time I said it, I was laughing in my head. All these years, my Lord, everyone but not for you. I bowed, I bled, I lied, I was never yours, I was always true. You thought you had a servant, you had a spy in your skin. The greatest trick I ever pulled was letting you think you'd win. You took my prophecy, you took my pain, you took the words I gave you, and you took her life in vain. That night you killed an angel, you killed a man, you killed a queen. You left a baby with a scar, and me with what I'd seen. I went to your enemy, I dropped down on my knees. I told the truth I'd hidden, and I swore on every breeze. From that night I was double, a serpent with two heads. One coiled around your finger, one protecting the boy you'd left for dead. All these years, my Lord, everyone but not for you. I bowed, I bled, I lied, I was never yours, I was always true. You thought you had a servant, you had a spy in your skin. The greatest trick I ever pulled was letting you think you'd win. Every secret meeting, every careful plan, I sat at your right hand and I told another man. You praised me for my poisons, you praised me for my mind. The brewing and the spying, every twisted thing designed. But every potion I perfected, every truth I helped you find, was filtered through a sieve, my Lord, of what I'd leave behind. You called me trust, you called me loyal, called me brother in the dark. You couldn't see the dagger because I bowed to hide the mark. You killed the old man? No, my Lord, I did. On his command, by his design, the greatest mercy ever hid. You thought the wand was yours, you stupid broken thing. It had moved 3 times before you ever felt its sting. I let you cast me out that night, I let you call me hero. I walked into your loving arms with my allegiance still at 0. And when you sent the snake to bite me in that dusty shack alone, I gave the boy the final piece of the puzzle you'd been shown. All these years, my Lord, everyone but not for you. I bowed, I bled, I lied, I was never yours, I was always true. You wanted to be feared, I wanted to be unseen. You built a name in shadows, I became the shadow screen. You split your soul in pieces, I kept mine in a vial and handed it to a teenage boy with the world's last loving smile. You died chasing immortality, I died completing a task. You begged for one more body, I asked for one last gasp. You wanted to live forever, you couldn't even survive a war. I wanted just to keep a son alive, and he's the one who closed your door. You call me coward, Tom, for every scar I never showed. But the coward's the man who needs an army to do what one man owed. I worked alone in your camp, I bled alone in your name. I died alone for a memory, and that's not weakness, that's flame. All these years, my lord, everyone but not for you. I bowed, I bled, I lied, I was never yours. I was always true. You thought you had a servant, you had a spy in your skin. The greatest trick I ever pulled was letting you think you'd win. Tom, you see me now, don't you? Not the servant, not the snake, not the man you mocked behind my back at meetings. You see the spy, the double, the man who walked into hell wearing your colors and carrying her name like a shield. You wanted to know why she was worth dying for. She was worth every year of you, and I'd do it again. Every year, my lord. Every single year. Severus, my loyal little potions master. You made a song about your loyalty. Let me make one about your leash. You think you played me, half-blood prince of pain. I let a broken man pretend he held the reins. A spy, no, a servant with a wound that never healed. I kept you like a dagger I forgot was in the field. You betrayed me for a woman in the ground. That's not allegiance, Severus, that's a hound. She never wanted you, she chose another man. And you spent your whole pathetic life inside that broken plan. I read the minds of everyone who ever knelt to me, and yours was just a graveyard with a single name to see. Lily, 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 every wall, every door. A boy who got rejected, keeping score forevermore. You think love made you noble, love just made you weak. A man owned by a ghost, he was too afraid to speak the light side. Never trusted you, the dark side called you spy. You belong to no one, Severus, you just chose where to die. You think you played me, half-blood prince of pain. I let a broken man pretend he held the reins. A spy, no, a servant with a wound that never healed. I kept you like a dagger I forgot was in the field. You brewed my poisons, yes, you brewed them very well. A talented little errand boy who lived inside a shell. I praised your mind, your potions, your occlumency art. I praised the man who hid a corpse where other men keep heart. You knelt at all my meetings, you said the things I'd like. You called me lord, you bowed your head, you carried out the strike. And in the end, what did it buy you? Tell me what's the score? You died upon the floor of a shack alone, like all the spies before you. On a medal for the double game you played. You spent your life in service to a debt that's never paid. Dumbledore used you, I used you, the dead girl used you most. Three masters, Severus, and you served them all. Let's ghost. Here's the part your little song forgot to sing. You died for a memory that never knew your name. A woman who'd have spat at every dark and bitter thing you did to feel important, to feel close to her again. You think you saved the boy? You watched him so you'd see the eyes she gave to someone else and never gave to thee. That's not devotion, Severus, that's a stalker with a wand. A man in love with absence, and a love that's long since gone. You think you played me, half
blood prints of pain. Highlight a broken man, pretend he held the reins. A spy, no, a servant with a wound that never healed. I kept you like a dagger I forgot was in the field. You died in that shack, Severus, calling out for eyes that turned away from you in life. I'll give you this, you fooled me. A dead woman's grief made a better mask than any spell. But fooling a master isn't the same as having one. You never had a side, you just had her. And she was never yours. Sleep potions, master. Nobody's coming. Nobody ever did.